Yosemite and the Grand Canyon are great, but those represent just a small fraction of what the American wilderness has to offer. Welcome to Around the World. Today, we'll be looking at the top underrated unique U.S. national parks. Are you a fan of our channel? Be sure to subscribe to Around the World and ring the bell to be notified about our latest videos. For this list, we're looking at some of the most incredible national parks and national monuments from across the United States, highlighting those that really don't get enough love relative to just how unique they each are. Petrified Forest National Park, Arizona. We begin our cross-country outdoor adventure in a national park with one seriously eye-catching name. This place isn't haunted. In this case, petrified doesn't mean frozen in fright, but rather refers to the ossification of the trees in the area. The park covers approximately 370 square miles and takes its name from the abundance of fossilized trees, which date back approximately 225 million years. Erosion has also resulted in beautiful rock formations known as the teepees, which are sure to catch the eye with their striking bands of color, and with the relatively recent opening of previously inaccessible areas of the park, like Martha Butte and Red Basin, the petrified forest now has more to offer than ever. Hawaii Volcanoes National Park, Hawaii. The state of Hawaii is a destination that requires little introduction. Each year, people flock to its picturesque sandy shores to enjoy some fun in the sun. However, many visitors will come and go without seeing all that the main island that Hawaii has to offer. Volcanoes National Park is home to Kilauea, which is among the world's most active volcanoes. As a result of the long history of volcanic activity in the area, the landscape is utterly unique and rather surreal. The park is also home to Mauna Loa, the largest volcano of its kind. Don't let all the volcano talk intimidate you, though. The activity is carefully monitored, making this a perfectly safe, not to mention an incredible place to hike and camp. Just remember, however fascinating and abundant the volcanic rocks might be within the park, please do not take one home as a souvenir. Dry Tortugas National Park, Florida. If you're looking for unique, you have come to the right place. Dry Tortugas National Park is remarkable in that, ironically, the vast majority of the area is actually water. Inaccessible by car, the park requires travel via either boat or seaplane, which tends to keep the total number of visitors down. Ask any of the roughly 57,000 people who do make the trip each year, however, and they will quickly convince you that it is well worth the trouble. The park encompasses Fort Jefferson and the 7 Dry Tortugas Islands. The fort itself was used as a prison during the Civil War, and among the largest brick masonry buildings in the world, it continues to impress to this day. Thanks to careful ongoing preservation efforts, the wildlife is both abundant and spectacular. White Sands National Monument, New Mexico. It looks like something out of a dream or sci-fi film. When you first arrived at the White Sands National Monument, it takes a few moments for your eyes to adjust. Stretched out before you is a rolling sea of pristine white sand. The dune field itself covers about 275 square miles and is made up of gypsum crystals, which is what gives the dunes their distinctive color. If you plan on spending the night, however, you'll need to come prepared. There are no sites for cars or campers. The weather can also be a bit difficult. It can change quickly, and sandstorms are not uncommon. You will be roughing it, and you still need a reservation, but to spend a night under the stars in this incomparable environment is truly a once-in-a-lifetime experience that you will never forget. Craters of the Moon National Monument and Preserve, Idaho. Located in central Idaho's Snake River Plain, this aptly named monument and preserve got its extraterrestrial appearance as a result of its volcanic activity in the area that began some 15 million years ago. Because the lava fields are so extensive, greenery tends to be sparse, but wherever something does manage to take root, it looks like a tiny miracle, and it makes for a very compelling photo. The hiking here is excellent, with trails for visitors at all levels of fitness, and there are a number of natural attractions that are sure to appeal to both geology enthusiasts and the uninitiated. One of the most distinct holdovers from the park's more explosive past are the lava caves, 5 of which you can actually explore for yourself. Great Basin National Park, Nevada. When it comes to criminally underrated national parks, Great Basin ranks quite high. The park receives only about 150,000 visitors each year, and yet what it has to offer in terms of natural and diverse beauty arguably rivals the likes of the Yosemite and Zion. Contained within the park's approximately 194 square miles of land, you'll find glaciers, breathtaking mountain vistas, and some of the world's oldest trees, the bristlecone pines. Certain specimens found in this park are estimated to be upwards of 3,000 years old. Between the flora and fauna and dramatic landscape, Great Basin inspires, but there's even more to appreciate underground in the form of layman caves. After dark, stargazing is another big draw. Because of the extremely low population in the area and lack of pollution at night, the sky becomes an attraction in its own right as the stars come alive. Mammoth Cave National Park, Kentucky. Kentucky is home to the world's single largest cave system, and yet Mammoth Cave National Park somehow only gets about 500,000 visitors each year. They do offer lighted tours with electric lighting lining the path. Of course, those looking for a bit more adventure will likely gravitate towards other tour options in which the only source of light is paraffin lamps carried by the guide and visitors. Sure, it might feel a little gloomy, but it's also dramatic and surreal. To explore the Mammoth Caves is to step into another world, one of mystery and enchantment right out of the pages of a high fantasy novel. This cave system is also home to a variety of bat species. Sadly, their numbers have plummeted over time, but efforts are being made to encourage their return. Considering the fact that the exploration of the Mammoth Cave system is still ongoing and new portions are continuously being discovered, this national park is a nice reminder that Earth still has secrets waiting to be uncovered. Great Sand Dunes National Park, Colorado. When you think of Colorado, what's the mental image that comes to mind? For many, it's the towering Rocky Mountains, lush green forests, snow, and an abundance of wildlife. How about sand dunes reaching up to 700 feet in height? That's the appeal of Great Sand Dunes National Park. It is totally unexpected and a reminder of just how much diversity he found within the boundaries of a single state. The park combined with the preserve covers roughly 233 square miles in southern Colorado and is home to North America's tallest sand dunes. To see these rolling hills of sand backed by snow-capped mountains in the distance, it's hard to process, but you're there in person, seeing is believing. Once you get over the initial shock, however, you'll love going sand sledding, hiking, and horseback riding through this utterly unique landscape. Do you agree with our picks? Check out these other videos for great travel destinations and be sure to subscribe and click the bell to be notified about our latest videos.